Sensational Sherri was definitely the forerunner, I think, to Mickey James. I see some sort of little similarities there. But now to induct Sensational Sherri is a man who, the people used to hate the guy because he had so much money. I don't understand. You ever notice how the people who hate rich people are the same people that buy lottery tickets? That's what he told me. But here he is, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Like I've always said, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. JBL, follow that. But ladies and gentlemen, there is a lady here tonight who I believe is priceless. Like I said, everybody's got a price. You see what money can buy? There you go. We have a lady here tonight that I believe is priceless. Sensational Sherri. When I think about Sherri, the first word that comes to mind is tough. And I mean double tough. And I believe that all of my colleagues sitting here tonight that have known her in the past or the present, professionally, in the ring or out of the ring, would agree with me that Sherri Martel is one tough lady. To say that Sherri graduated from the School of Hard Knocks would be an understatement. Sherri grew up in a poor family in the Deep South from a broken home. She never knew her father. So for her entire life, Sherri had to fight for everything she's ever had. And it's my belief that regardless of whether you want to be a professional wrestler or a rocket scientist, you have to enter the Hall of Fame, or to be the best that you can be at whatever your chosen field is. You have to have a passion for whatever that is. You have to have a willingness to do whatever it takes and to accept any challenge and let no one tell you you can't do it to achieve that goal. That is Sherri Martel. As many of you know, I grew up in the wrestling industry. Both my mother and father were professional wrestlers. There was nothing else in life that I've ever wanted to do. And I had that passion, but I see that passion in Sherri. But Sherri Martel saw her first wrestling match at a cattle auction barn in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, as a very young girl with her mother. And in that cattle auction barn, a dream was born. From the very first time she ever saw a wrestling match, Sherri said, "That's what I'm going to do." She and her mother moved to Birmingham, Alabama, and from there Sherri went to Memphis, Tennessee, and took a job at a nightclub. But her purpose for going to Memphis was not the job in the nightclub. Her sole purpose for moving to Memphis was that she knew that a major local promotion was headquartered there. Mid-South Wrestling, the home of King Jerry Lawler. In that nightclub where Sherri worked was a bouncer by the name of Sweet Daddy Bobby Lyons, a local wrestler. And Sherri bugged Bobby and bugged Bobby and bugged Bobby. And Bobby did everything he could to talk Sherri out of wanting to be a wrestler. Put her in holes, made her scream. Put her in the sleeper hole and knocked her out. Everything he could do, but Sherri would not be deterred. She heard about another fellow, a guy in Memphis by the name of Butch Moore, and found out that for a fee, Butch would teach her, or anyone, how to be a pro wrestler. Well, Sherri saved her money, and saved her money, and saved her money. And then she walked into the office of Butch Moore, put her money down on the table, and she said, I want to become a professional wrestler. And with that, Butch walked around the table and slapped Sherri in the face as hard as he could. Sherri looked him right in the eye and said, pal, is that the best you got? And with that, a broad grin came across Butch's face, and he said, you know what, girl, I think you're going to be all right. And as you all know, Sherri was more than all right. Sherri went on to become one of the greatest professional wrestlers in lady wrestling history. She went on to be trained by the fabulous Moolah and Donna Cristantello. She debuted in 1982, and is the first lady wrestler to hold the women's championship in both the AWA and the WWE. And from her wrestling career, she went on to manage several. The Macho Man, Randy Savage. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And yours truly, the $1 Million Man. In all of my time working with Sherri, she was very generous and very unselfish. You see, for Sherri, it wasn't about put the spotlight on me. She said, as the manager, I want to do everything I can to make you the star. So she's very unselfish as well. Tough as nails, but one of the biggest hearts in a person that I've ever seen. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my extreme honor and privilege to introduce to you now the sensational one, Sensational Sherri.
Somewhere. Where you? Oh, don't. That's it. The nice girl stops here. You know, the amazing thing about this business is I had the ability to walk beside some of the most wonderful people in the world. You see that giant sitting over there? I met him when he first came in. Hulk Hogan, I saw him before he was a star. Triple H right there in WCW helped him become Paul Levesque. Let me see, Pat Patterson, I always wanted to tell you this. The one thing that I was jealous about you was because you could keep a partner longer than I had. True story. True story. And there's Stone Cold Steve Austin out there. He always chose the blondes. What the hell is up with that? Come on. Wasn't that good enough? Come on. Ooh, yeah. Now that was a cycle. And you know that it had to be a psycho to work with him. No joke. Huh? I'm still hot? Whew. Yes, I am. Woo. And let me tell you a little secret. Since I don't have all the wrestlers to beat up anymore, I married a man named Robert Schroll, and I get to beat him every day. No joke. And you know what's wonderful about it? The man keeps coming back and asking for more. No joke. And the only thing I got to say is, Booker T, what's the matter with you? You never lost me. Why'd you let Charmel get away with the boogeyman? I kid you not. He never lost me. He never lost a sister. Him and Lasher never lost a sister. They were always there. Nanny? Ah! Is that what you wanted? Okay. All right. Okay, you happy now? I was mean for a little bit. All right. When I first got introduced to the wrestling business, a seed was planted at a very young age. And I found something in the shut up. This is my time. I worked 26 years for this, so you paid your ticket. Be quiet. Whoa! One thing I'd like you to know is that Sensational Sherri would not have even been sensational without so many people behind her. Number one was the men that I worked with. They were all phenomenal. First ones, I'll take you back and give you a little history. Tom Pritchard and Pat Rose. Remember those? Jerry remembers, don't ya? Okay, next. Playboy Buddy Rose, Doug Summers, the AWA champions. Kevin Kelly, a.k.a. Nails. Amen. And the Macho Man, woo yeah, Randy Savage. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And last but not least, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Of course, that was all for WWE. It just didn't stop there, did it, Ric Flair? Remember Huntsville? Let me tell you, okay, everybody okay with one story? Just one. It's a Ric Flair story, is that all right? Okay, a real story? He's turning red. He is so nervous. Gotcha! Okay, the WCW is in Huntsville, Alabama, and I was like in between jobs. And so I went down, and just because I wasn't in the wrestling business or active does not mean that my love stopped, because it has never stopped from the day that I fell in love with it. But I went to Huntsville because I wanted to see Flair and Arn Anderson and all the other guys there. So we got up there, and I made my little rounds and everything, and after all the show was over, we'd go to the bar, and no, Flair didn't have his robe on that night. But we get there, and I get in a pool game with a guy, so Flair, being the cocky and wonderful man that he is, and believed in me, that I could beat this guy in pool. So Flair puts down a $100 bill, and I lose the man's money. But he got me drunk, and I got to court the next day to get my divorce from my... I think it was the third or fourth one, I'm not quite sure. After, like I said, Pat kept a partner longer than I did. The promoters gave me longer partners than I could pick for myself. True story. Okay, who else could I pick on? But I did, thank you, Ric Flair. But I did try to give you that $100 back. Woo! But as much money as that man's made, yeah. Hey, as much money as he's made, hell, he didn't need that $100 back. But it was so cool that he had that kind of faith in me. I felt like I could have climbed walls all night long after that. Woo! Yes! Okay. Okay, that's the only story that I'm going to give you. But I went to WCW on behalf of Gary Juster. Gary Juster. He called me, and then I met a man named Eric Bischoff. And we all know where he's at now, right? Woo! Out of here! What? Oh, no! That's okay. I'm here. Thank you for the job, Eric, and everything that you did for me, because I know that I was such a pain in your derriere on more than one occasion. Just one? No, I ain't got my glasses on. It looks like you're holding up one finger, because I know I gave you more than one hell. Okay, I'll cut it. So, but anyway, I went to work, and they gave me the opportunity to work with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, who, in my opinion, he was the most extravagant man. I had watched him from the time I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I had watched this man at NWA. I had watched that limousine riding, women stealing, kissing, son of a gun. And I tell you what, I had the greatest time with Ric Flair, and in turn I had a little party with him and Arn Anderson. After I got finished with them, then I went with Harlem Heat. No, I didn't. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson put me in Bradford rehab because they gave me too many damn sea breezes. Fact. Then I came back. Eric Bischoff introduced me to Booker T and Stevie Ray. Harlem Heat. You want me to tell y'all how that one came about? Remember the OJ gimmick going on? Okay. OJ whacks his wife, right? Okay, Eric Bischoff, Kevin Sullivan, a couple other psychos in this business. They figured this is a good idea. We'll put Sherri with Ron Simmons. And they said, oh, no, we can't do that. Too much controversy. So instead of putting me with one huge, gigantic brother, they put me with two of them, which gave me a lot more longevity. I tell you what, man, these two men, they were closer to me. I don't have any brothers, but these two men, no, I don't think I want to get acquainted with him. Charmel's taking care of that. But Booker and Stevie showed me the new meaning for sister. I told you to be quiet. This is my time. Booker and Stevie were very wonderful because they took me under their wing, and it didn't matter if somebody was looking at me or not. They always told me that they weren't good enough for me. Don't even play like that. I'm going to have you kicked out of here. You just sat there and shut up. You paid your ticket. We got your money. Now sit here and listen to what we got to say. So be quiet. Booker and Stevie taught me the meaning of what having two brothers was like. It didn't matter about our color because in our eyes, we don't see color. I don't think anybody in the wrestling business sees anything like that. We see each other as brothers and sisters and family. There is no room for that here. On a daily basis, each and every one of us in the wrestling business does everything that we possibly can to entertain and to do what we love so passionately. We love this business so much. I love this business so much, and I could not have done any of it without the wonderful men that I have worked with. Thanks. I just wanted to say thanks to a couple of people. Number one, my mommy. Hi, Mommy. My sister, Vicky. I always say when I was little I wanted to grow up being like her because she used to beat me up so bad. I was not the Barbie doll type person. I was more like the but she could still beat me. She could. But I tell you, I think she installed something in me. She installed a little bit of toughness because eventually I had to get tough enough to stand up to her. But thank you, Vicky. What? What? What they say? Huh? Go home. It'd be okay if I could understand what you guys are saying. How about trying it collectively? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. You guys don't take direction very well, do you? That's okay. That's what Caesar and Eric Bischoff used to say about me, too. All right, but I went to the school in Memphis where I was taught by Butch Moore, where later on I had the wonderful opportunity of getting to know Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee. Oh, yeah, Memphis does rule, trust me. Hey, Graceland works, man. Butch Moore came across there, and I laid that $500 down. He came and he slapped the hell out of me. And I swear, I didn't cry. I thought I was going to, but I had to just turn my head. I shook it off, and I just looked back and said, "Is that all you got?" So he took me in, and they taught me for about a year and a half. And then I went to Grizzly Smith, and he called the Fabulous Moolah. And God bless her, because a woman had mercy on a crazy girl. Where you at, Lillian? Where's Lillian at? Does anybody see Lillian? But I just wanted to thank Lillian, because she believed in a girl and let a girl have a chance. And she let us believe, and she let me believe that dreams do come true, because I believe that more than anything. My son Jared, my husband Robert, my best friend Kathy Fitzpatrick. I love you, baby. I've got more miles with that girl than on Delta Airlines. To everybody, the makeup ladies back here, because Scary Sherri wouldn't have come alive without the makeup ladies, because it's been so long since she came out of the closet. But thank you to the WWE office. Thank you to the AWA. Thank you, the boys, one and all. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, Greg, King, and each and every one of these guys over here. Thank you so very much, and thanks for that call so long ago, Blackjack. Thank you very much, and thank you, Teddy Bear. Thank you so very much.